Hello, my name is Brian, and I'm going to do some repairs on the lake house today. It's been here for probably I guess since 1960s. It's got some water issues around by all the original windows and things like that. I'm just going to show I guess some things we're going to be doing. We built the deck probably 3 years ago, but we never did any upgrades to the house itself. We had a small slab poured right here just due to some water issues and things like that, and getting under the house. But today I've already bought some windows for the front and well, actually the back, and I guess we're gonna see what all it entails. I'm gonna try to keep all this on the sides. Eventually I'll probably replace these windows, but it's no big deal right now. But man, this place is so beautiful. We have to fix it. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I'll just show you what we're looking at. Like, it really don't get much better than this. This is Logan Martin Lake, and I guess Pell City, Alabama. Looks like they had a big rode by the boat ramp earlier. There's probably 60 to 100 boats up there. I'm not sure what tournament is up here, but that's our little bitty pier. And anyway, this is the deck that was built a while back, but as you can see, the windows and we need some help back here. So this used to be a duplex. This was a duplex here, and I think that door there, and then there was another one here, and then actually there was another one down there, which there is now, but there was another one down under the deck over there. So it was actually 4 apartments, and years ago somebody came in and changed it into one big house before we got it. So you can see right there used to be a door, but they patched the siding in, and they used some kind of fiber board. I forget the name of it, but anyway, we're going to try to I've got new windows for that, and then I put those French doors in probably 2 or 3 years ago, but then I never did any repair. That was just so we could get in the house and start using it. But I wanted to do it back then without messing up anything on the inside, so that's why that window there is so close to the other. It's just because I didn't want to disturb anything on the inside, because it's paneling and things like that. But whatever it ends up being now is what it's going to be. You can see it's been very neglected for, I think we probably put these doors probably 3 to 4 years ago. No paint, no nothing, like just so we could get in. That's some of my craftsmanship right there. But as you see, the inside it's really nice. My wife spent a lot of time working on this, and she done a real good job. But anyway, there she is. So as you can see, where these old aluminum windows, the water is leaking in getting into the house, and we're gonna try to do something a little bit better. I wouldn't call myself a carpenter or an expert at anything. I'm just here trying to make things better for us. I have recently I guess flipped a house, and so learned a lot there. We just got an inspection. We got a contract on the house, and during that process I thought to myself, I said, self, as much YouTube as you watch and you do, why hadn't you filmed or made any video of what you were doing? Because it was a pretty big house, pretty good profit, pretty good deal. Inspection turned over on the house that we flipped, and we're supposed to close on it I guess in a week. But so this is going to be my test run on the YouTube and I guess the filming and the whatever we need to do here, and I'm gonna try to get this done pretty quick because I do have a full-time job. But you know, I'll go out there and show you from the water, looking up what we're looking at. It's a new air conditioner we put in when we got here. Like, this is the middle of the winter. It's probably, I think it's not middle of the winter, it's February. So everything's pretty dead up here right now. But in the summer, you know, it gets pretty busy out here. See, most of these places here are campers that are here, and what we do is, well, this is those are cabins, of course, but this is the house from the back. There's another cabin over there, but this is a marina, and most of the places here are you would say campers, like down there on the point. There's campers. There's the old Texaco sign over there if you see it. But this is mainly a marina with a boat launch, and but this is a house, and Logan Martin is really nice. Lake. It's in the Coosa River. It's on the Coosa River, and that's the main channel right out there, way out there where that middle boat is. That's the main channel. And this is just a slough here, or the pocket with there's the General Lee with the Gulf sign over there. I don't know if you can see the Gulf sign, but anyway, so those are cabins. That blue one, no, actually those are all trailers. That's a camper, and then they built onto them. And then we have the house, and right over the hill there's another house. You can see the house from over there. But the water is down probably, you can see the water's down probably 3 foot. But I have full intentions of getting in here and grouting up these holes and things, but it was just a lot to do when we got here. And to be honest with you, when we got here, all we did was just enjoy it. We really hadn't done much work. But it's time. We got to do some things. The windows are leaking, and down here under the bottom, got some window sills that are leaking. That tree, that's scary, but you know, really only a couple limbs. If it falls, it'll fall on the roof, which, you know, we can only do one thing at a time. When we first got here, there was the septic tank is right here under the back porch. Kind of crazy, but anyway, the septic tank was stopped up, fill line stopped up, so I ended up digging all around through here, and the edge of the septic tank is right here, and could not find another outlet nowhere over here. Couldn't find the outlet. Dug with a Mini X under here. You can see where I hit the Mini X up here trying to dig, and anyway, we ended up having to poke another hole in the side of the septic tank, and we run new fill lines out through there towards that way. And you know, that's what you get when you get a house. Hadn't been lived in really ever. Hadn't been upgraded since the 60s really. So I added that door. When we had the deck built, I added that door, and that little let's see, it may have had a door on it, but it was rotten, and none of this cover was on here. We couldn't really figure out how to get this deck up here over this, but I ended up putting the metal and, you know, just temporary in it so we could get the deck built. But it is what it is. See, as you can see right here, the windows just like it's just ready to leak, and not just, this is a test color just to see if we like black windows or what, but you can see how easy that catches water. I'm not really going to replace these windows, but I am going to replace the I guess the trim, and maybe do a you know, a real good caulk job on them just to see if we can make it fix it. We had this a sliding glass door, and there was a sliding glass door down there, but well, the grass cutter slung a rock in the middle of it and busted it. So all this is down here finished too. This is a huge bedroom right here. There's a huge bedroom over there. It's five bedrooms and 1 living room and 3 bathrooms. So it's pretty big. I think it's 50 by 20 or something like that, 40 by 20. I don't really remember, but maybe one day I'll get another French door and stick them in right here or something right now, but nobody ever uses this door, and they're so dangerous with kids, like slamming that. I mean, I could just see a little kids shearing their finger straight off trying to shut this door, but we'll see what shakes out. You can see the rot. I mean, no wonder there's water running into the house. You can see that, like, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do that, but I'm not really interested in replacing the windows at this point. I'll probably just seal them up real good and replace what's rotten, and probably just do my best at this time. It's a good deck. Deck was built well. All this needs to be pressure washed, but we haven't been down. We was down here last year, but we didn't do any pressure washing. That we got too busy hanging out and having a good time to really do anything. I did put this this yellow board here, I forget the name of it, up there because there was some I guess it was felt paper and flashing that was up there. Ended up trying to cover that up because it was just flapping in the wind down there. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna go up and start getting some things out of the trailer, and that's some old fake grass. There's a KB. That's my wife, Carrie Brassfield, 2024. Doors, pathetic. Hopefully we can do all this. You know, I don't know what I'll do here, but you know, I don't have much of this. I had to go to the mill and get some cut. But this is old red. I think it's redwood. It's tapered. It's really hard to find now. So I guess some of this is, like, you can see the wood grain in some of this. Like that is wood grain, but where they took the doors out and things, like this door's always been here, that door's always been here. But just say, like, on the back, see, all this is original, all wood grain. But back here they ended up using masonite. Like you can see, this is well, that's not masonite. That is a tapered piece of redwood, but you can clearly see this right here is masonite. And this is a temporary cover where I cut. It's just, you can see the redwood there, and then that's the masonite. Anyway, the masonite just is not holding up good, and all this needs to be redone and caulked, and you know, you name it. But what I plan on doing is maybe taking, I'm going to take this window, just to say, I'll take it out, cut a band here around the sides, and then prepare to put the window in, and maybe put some 1x4s around, trim with 1x4s. See, all this stuff like this right here, this big gap, all this has to be fixed. So I'm planning on taking most of the side and all. I don't really want to change anything up here just because there's no reason, but I definitely got to get rid of all the masonite. Keep what's here. This is the big window. I think it's 7 foot, so by 36. I measured all these windows probably maybe close to a year ago. So anyway, we hope to turn this into a little bit better, get it more, a little more waterproof, or we won't have water coming in the house. It's just time. Like this right here, that's masonite, big crack. Like this stuff kind of needs to be replaced. So I did find some wood, by the way, and I think it's pine, but it does have the taper. See how that's tapered? So in the height and the thickness. So I went to a mill, and actually in Bessemer, Alabama, and they said that they had some, maybe, but anyway, he priced it to me over the phone. This right here is actually escalator handrail, and for the escalator handrail, people use it for their boats, or the boats doesn't like bump in and put, you know, scratches and stuff on their boat. But there's the windows. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use some of this for the boat ramp, and for people around to use so they don't get their boat beat up. Works pretty good. It's got to find a way to anchor it. But let me get this out of the way. I actually work on elevators and escalators for a living, so we get to get some of that every now and then. But here's the new wood. This is a new siding. It's tapered. It's pine. It's going to serve the purpose. It's going to do what it's supposed to do. I just got to make sure I got. Now this is all he had cut. He pre-priced it to me over the phone, and when I went out there and saw it, he said, "Oh, I didn't know it was that. It would be more, but since I already priced it to you, I'll take $100. You know, it's a $100 bill." So I was like, "Man, I'll take it all day long." So anyway, this is my work trailer. This is what I flipped the house with. Spent a lot of time in here. I wish it was a little taller. I wish it had a ramp, but you know, it's also really nice to use as a workbench right here. And I do have the workbench up there, but like at the end of the day, you can set your tools. I know it's a mess right now, but that's what happens when you finish the flip house. Is just like, God, whatever I can do to get out of here, you know. So anyway, I guess I'm gonna get started, and we'll check back in with y'all